is. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mixon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now the Lions going to stop this momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 7.
And Stroud now to throw. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finishes with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
And the Texans first down. A gain of 12.
Here goes Stroud again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Stroud out of the gun here. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 14 yards. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Goff. Let's take it in. It's Isaac to Sloan. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
120.
To throw is Goff. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Texans 1st down.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Here we go.
It's Mixon on the counter. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on.
48-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Pushing through to contact. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's second and 10.
We go tonight. White 20. Turbo set.
Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 4th down, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Bates' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
50-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for the Lions.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Gain of 12 yards. That's another Texans first down.
A handoff running left, Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
We go tonight.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That good for 19 and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
26-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Lions 10,
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
St. Brown has it near the sideline. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Williams, a man in motion right. Here's Goff. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Stroud looks to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Stroud back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions will use the first.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way.
Coming with all their friends and we get active, yeah.
should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many plays.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bay Field. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards. I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. On target here to Njoku. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert. Sanders going to throw here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Third down run from Judkins. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the gun, Judkins. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Judkins on second down. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Offense up to the line fast.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
On first down, here's Sanders. Has him on a quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Makes the catch. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on third and goal? They'll run. It's Judkins. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it fourth and goal. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll have a chance to take the lead here as they line up for the field goal. Schmidt connects. And all the way into the second quarter. Our opening drive ends in 3.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Well, maybe the rest of the game's going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series. Not like getting stuck in the loss.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Gain of 26 yards there. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. Working quickly here. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Dak now from the gun. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Williams now on first and 10. And he'll be met near the lines, limit the gain to a yard. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. From the gun is Prescott. He's still going at the 30. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10.
Give to Williams from the gun. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick six.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Tolbert now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now it's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down. Here's Prescott again. His fine Schoonmaker complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Prescott now on third down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off the pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Here he goes, third and long. And this is lofted deep down the middle. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that brings up fourth and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's fourth and pretty far. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. And the man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Tolbert now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Chase Dak. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a 29-yard gain, and that'll be good for Dallas first down. And goes to the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First and 10, here's Prescott. Sends this to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Bronco switch.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop them up.
And they've been doing it.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Let's go now.
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
He's back to throw. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution,
The ball's out. You lost it. And this is going to be Browns football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. It's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain, making 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Sanders. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the give, here's Judkins. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
To throw now is Sanders. Big strike downfield to Judy. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Judkins up the middle. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns only up by a few. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. 19 shot.
They're going to pass it here. Cut near the goal line. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
Sneak here, Sanders. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Ready, break.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches.
Come on, set.
Sampson. And that's just about to it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Turpin with a return. Making some progress here. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he returns this to the 22. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he is met in his tracks by of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
To throw is Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on fourth down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On the ground, this is Williams. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A first down carry for Henry. Down at the 25. From the 25, here's second down at 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 4-yard gain.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Henry up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. All that blown up by DeMarvion Overshown. Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Off the play fake, Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah! Here we go, boy. Kill.
Here's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
Prescott now from the 50.
50-yard line.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Go to 54. Line.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they can't bring him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And the Baltimore first down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The handoff, running left, Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. 10th carry down for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. He's in the space past the 25. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on third and 15.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's third and 2. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on third and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Lamar going to give this to Ali. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rasheen Ali taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Finding Pickens for another catch. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 24, Cowboys 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. across the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's Dak. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have kept it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now Dak. And a throw right sideline is complete. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 2nd down. To throw, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is